Hello there, how are you doing? Now in this video, let's learn about controlled components, okay? So what I mean by that is in HTML, okay, so this is HTML element input or HTML element text area, they have their own state, okay? What I'm trying to say is when you start typing something in the input field, it will automatically update itself, right? It knows the values, how to populate its own value. What we want is we want its a value to be dependent in the state because we want to control each elements, even the input fields, we want to control the value from the state. Okay, so we want to be very controlling type. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have this value, and value will be based on the state. Okay, so the value will be this state and title, right? Okay, now same with the text area, we want to control the state. Okay, so this is state body, right? So this way our local state is controlling everything in this space, right? I'm sure it's working fine. Title, body, beautiful. So that's awesome. Now the next step would be to implement this submit function, right? So let's start working on that one. I like to leave a comment, just a generic comment. Handle submit. So let's create a method just like this one. So this time handling, this is for handling a submission, right? So let's create this method to handle submit. So same as handle change, let's call handle submit. This will also get the event, and then it will, the first thing we need is when we click the form for submit, or when we click the button for submit or hit the form, what actually happens is the default behavior of the browsers is they reload the page. Okay, so on handle submit, what I want to do is let's console log submit. All right, okay, so now that we have this method handle submit, what you want to do is we want to use here in the form, right? So on submit, we want to execute this function, refer to this function. So this handle submit, on submit we want to refer to this function. Okay, this will console log. Now this doesn't work unless we bind it the same as this one, right? So let's bind this to this construct. So this handle submit bind this. Okay, great. Now we should see this console log. See, required, awesome. Okay, so as you can see, the page is reloading. It was quickly gone. See, it's gone. So what we can do, that's what I was trying to say, we need to prevent the default behavior of the browser, and we can use that using this method. So event.prevent default. Okay, so the name says it all. Event prevent the default behavior. All right, so let's give it a try. As you can see, it didn't reload, and you can see the submit output. Awesome. Now instead of console logging, we want to push it to the firebase, right? Awesome, that would be awesome. So what we can do is we can import the firebase database instance that we created already. If you remember, in the firebase we have exported this database variable. We named it const. Now by the way, const let, that's how you can create variables, not just a var in the old way. We can use now const, we can use let. So we declared a variable database which refers to the firebase database reference nodes. All right, so let's use this database. What I can do, let me hide the sidebar. So in this app component, I'm going to import this one so that I can use it, right? So import, I guess, because this is not a default export default, just like this one, export default, it's not like that in the firebase. You saw that. That's why we need to use this curly brace. Otherwise, I could simply write like that. But because it wasn't a default exploit, what we'll do, we need to grab inside curly. Okay. So import database from firebase because it's in the same directory. Firebase. Okay. Now we can use this firebase database reference to push this to the live firebase. Okay, so instead of console log, what we can do is let's create a node object, right? So node object will have the title and the body. So let's create const node, create an object now with a name value pairs. So the name title will have this. Now this state title, right? Because when people type something down here, it gets automatically updated in real time, and it's on change. We're tracking the on change and setting the state. See the state. Every time it changes, something happens, it is setting the state. So state is constantly updating once the user starts typing. So that state we take here because that is the one we need to push to the database once they submit, right? So node object with the title state title, body is this state.body. Awesome. Okay, now we have this variable. All we need is we need to push this to the firebase. Now saving data to the database sounds complicated, but you will be amazed. With firebase it's unbelievably easy, right? You will be loving it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first get the database, the referencing with the import here, database dot, and we get this method called push. Couldn't be any simpler. Okay, so with this method, using the push method, you push whatever you like to push in the database. Simple as that. So what do we want to push now? We want to push the node constant that we just created, right? So it will hold the value based on the current state. So when people hit submit, it will take that, push to the database. How simple is that? So let's give it a try. I know we have errors here. Model not found. Firebase. Keep doing this. It doesn't seem to fix yet. Module not found. Okay, what happened is it's not in the same directory. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking it's the same directory. It's one level up, right? As you can see, we are in this app. So we go one level up, and then it's in the source directory. So 2 dots. This should fix. Thank God. Okay, it's gone. Now time for truth. Okay, so let me open this in a new window so that you can see it happening in real time. That would be super fun. So we have this database here. Okay, so now when I save, this is the first time, so let's see. Hopefully it works. Okay, this is title, this is body. Let me hit save. Ooh, as you see, updates real time. As you can see, we have the nodes created reference. As you can see, before it wasn't, but now it is. And if you click, you'll be the URL will change. Okay, so we got the node, and every time you create a new object, it creates automatically creates this unique ID. Okay, so we created nodes. Now the first node has this unique ID, and it has the title and it has the body. How cool is that, right? This is amazing. Firebase. Okay, now this thing we gotta fix, because when we save, it still stays there. We need to clear the state, right? So what we can do is, that's pretty easy. So what we do, when we handle submit, once we push this to the database, the next thing we want to do is again call the set state. Okay, which is a method text object. Now all we want is, we don't want to set any, we just make it empty, please, right? Just make it empty. So once you push to the database, come back, set the state back to nothing. Cool. Now let's give it a try. Save. Yeah, real time. unique ID for each node, another body node. Awesome. Wow. Now, if this is the first time, congratulate yourself, because what you did is you create a React app and you push the data live on the uh, Firebase real-time database. Okay, so be proud of it. You have done a great job. All right. Very happy, very excited. I'll see you in the very next video. Thank you.